The final bout. The crowd was electric. The air reeked of sweat, beer, and anticipation. Under the bright lights of the old wrestling arena, Jason, the executioner, Cross stood in the ring, waiting. His opponent, a masked newcomer called the Phantom, had made a chilling entrance, moving with unnatural grace. His all-black mask covering his face completely. No eyes. No mouth. Just an abyss of darkness. Jason had faced hundreds of rookies in his career, but something about the Phantom sent a shiver down his spine. The bell rang. Jason lunged, locking up with the Phantom. But the moment their bodies touched, his strength drained. His limbs felt like they were sinking into quicksand. The Phantom didn't push back, he simply absorbed the energy. Jason staggered back, gasping. His vision blurred, and suddenly, a whisper slid into his ear. "You don't belong here." Jason's head snapped up. The Phantom hadn't moved. The match continued. Every strike Jason threw was weaker than the last. Every slam, every hold, felt like he was fighting a shadow that was feeding off him. The crowd roared, but their voices grew distant, warped, like they were underwater. Then Jason hit the mat hard. His head spun, but he could see himself, his body, standing above him. No, it wasn't him. It was the Phantom, but without the mask. Jason tried to scream, but no sound came out. His own face smirked down at him. The Phantom leaned in, whispering, "Your time is up." Jason tried to move, but his body no longer belonged to him. The Phantom, now Jason, stood tall, raising his arms to the cheering crowd. Jason, trapped inside the empty void of the mask, felt himself being pulled downward. He screamed in silence as he vanished. The next week, the match was never mentioned again, and a new masked wrestler debuted in the ring. They called him the Executioner.